welcome to the Great Outdoors. I'm Shani and this is Shazeen.
Hello, we are at Port Wakefield. This is our stop on our way to the camp.
Piling into the bus, the road trip continued. The trip felt like it went forever. There wasn't much to see and not much to do. However, we kept ourselves entertained. From eating all your lollies to playing I Spy to pulling funny faces and cracking jokes whilst telling stories. Some found it tiring and tried to sneak in a nap. However, it didn't really work.
We're now at Aridlands Botanic Garden.
This beautiful flower is the Sturt Desert Pea.
It is the South Australian flower.
Good news, we've almost made it to Woomera. Piling one by one off the bus, we found our dorms, got settled in, had our dinner, showered, brushed our teeth, and then the night was ours.
What's with those inchworms in Woomera? Inchworms!
Early the next morning, we all got back onto the bus and headed off to the mines. Surprisingly, our first stop was in the town. The town was very small and consisted of the swimming centre, a school, a few local shops, and an information desk. At the information desk is where we went to the mine. We then got on a bus and drove 10 minutes out of the city to visit the mine. We made it to the campsite that afternoon just before sunset. Setting up our tents was a little bit of a struggle as we had forgot two of the main poles. But not to worry, with our creativity and determination, we managed to get our tent to hold the whole 2 nights we were there. Going on this camp was to look at the hot springs within the desert. Cheyenne, Shazeen and I decided to look into the bugs that were found in the hot springs. We found quite a few bugs. Being in the middle of the desert, there isn't much resources, so we had to make do with what we brought. To create our lab, we had to use the back of Jamo's car. However, the weather was very hot and many flies were around, so it was easy to get distracted. By having Jamo's wife Liz there, we were able to do some dot painting with her help. It was loads of fun.
Just turn it up now. Get it poppin', hot tamale, dirty bass, we so bad about it. Too legit, we can't quit the party.
After 2 rough nights of camping out in the middle of the desert, our final night was back at Woomera.
Quit the party, super freaks.
When we arrived back at Woomera, we settled in again and went into the dining room.
So 1, 2, hit the booze, we on you too, nothing to lose, so let it loose, cause the sheep don't sleep like pop, pop, pop. Drop low to the L-O, V-E gotta get mo, so clap your hands, clap your hands, nothing but love to give, turned up, you don't hear me though, here's a love for your stereo, so clap your hands, clap your hands.
After dinner, we then did the final touches on our posters and presented them to the groups. Everyone's posters were about what they looked into whilst we were out camping. It was our last day at camp. Finally, the long bus ride home had come. Even though being exhausted from being on the bus in the heat with no air conditioning and full of flies, we still managed to pull ourselves together to get off at Snowtown.
Oh, it's going. Guys, it's going.
Again and again till we get it right. Doing the bone dance, starting. By the way, you got any? What? Hi, Mum. If I don't make it, I just want to say I love you. It's really hot out here.
That's all it is. Oh yeah, they've done it. Look.
See, they've done it on that side as well. It was Jacoby, wasn't it? Jacoby, you're a twat.
What?
Johnny!
Can you not get out?
I needed to pee last night, and I couldn't.
Can you get out?
He peed in a bottle.
Oh
In a bottle because you lot.
right.
no! What's wrong? I don't understand why you're blaming us for stuff.
Open the door, Johnny. You're a such a twat. Open the door.
How do I open it?
Johnny, get your ass there and open
Shonny,
it.
you're belling.
Open what?
Johnny,
I don't know what's wrong.
I give it to you. That was a good.
You know how he pissed in the bottle?
I had to,
He's
I
gonna
had
pour it
to
on
pee
you.
in a fucking bottle. I am quite happy where I am.
How the
I'm gonna go.
You have that many locks.
Fuck off, let's see.
Do you know they're not locks? It's cable ties.
Yeah, just open it. I
It's
couldn't
cable
open it.
ties.
Yeah.
Whose idea was that?
Dude, I tried. I didn't pee in his tent, relax. It only went in the bottle, alright? I have
Oh my
to.
god, I don't want to pee in the tent.
Oh, fuck off.